decision. Me, myself, I remember watching that fight, and I clearly had you losing that fight. I had Floyd Mayweather winning that fight 8 rounds to 4. So he won by a comfortable margin. Okay. So let's just stop the cap, Oscar. Oscar is one of just says stuff that's just like outlandish at times because we all know that Oscar has a history of, basically playing with his nose, being off that book of sugar, among other things. But, that's his business, whatever, man. But, at the end of the day, there is a lot of people who have watched that fight, and now they're starting to say, hey, well, maybe Shakur Stevenson did. I mean, excuse me, maybe Devin Haney did win that fight after all, or at least it was a draw. Shout out to Miss Boxing Baby. She had the fight, who is very well spoken, and I could say she knows her boxing. She had Devin Haney winning 8 rounds to 4. Best case scenario, worst case scenario, 7-5. So, me, myself, I had Devin Haney winning that fight 7 rounds to 5. Or maybe 7, after rewatching it, maybe 7-4 and 1 even. So to hear Oscar De La Hoya just sit up here just basically capping is just hilarious. But it's funny how Oscar want to talk about robberies because we all know Oscar. You can make an argument that Oscar De La Hoya lost to Ike Corte. You can make a very strong argument that he lost to Felix Strom, which most people told the truth. He lost to Felix Strom. I thought he clearly lost that fight to Felix Strom. Like, I felt like Felix Strom won at least 8 rounds out of 12. He lost to Pernell Whitaker, the great Pernell Whitaker. That was a very questionable decision. So Oscar got the benefit of the doubt in a couple of his fights. So he want to talk about robbery. So, okay. So, like I said before, it's funny how when the brothers get the short end of the stick, then all of a sudden it's just like move on, no big deal. But now all of a sudden people trying to make it look like this was a travesty in boxing and this is what's wrong with boxing. Oh, like I said before, like I said, we all know it's a racial dynamic to this boxing stuff, and I wish people would stop trying to play these games. And Oscar is just out of his damn mind if he think that he beat Floyd Mayweather. He didn't beat Floyd Mayweather. He clearly lost that fight. He had some good moments, and I know some of the announcers that were calling the fight was trying to make it look like it was closer than what it really was, but Oscar didn't even remotely beat Floyd Mayweather when they fought. But if he wants to continue to be delusional and not accept it, then that's on him. I just find it hilarious that he's sitting up here, you know, man, that fight was a while ago. That fight was, man, that fight was like, that fight was like a very long time ago. I think that fight was like 14 years ago, but nevertheless, he didn't beat Floyd. But he's sitting up here saying the fight was robbery. And like I said, anybody that's saying Devin Haney versus Lomachenko was robbery, you're absolutely nuts. Like I said before, I'm still waiting for somebody to come in the comment section and tell me what rounds Lomachenko won other than 10-11, and they still haven't been able to do it because a lot of them are casuals and they want to go by this notion what they saw be at that very 500 Ward. 100 Ward was trying to explain and call it right down the middle, you know. And it was funny, even Tim Bradley changed his stance. The problem that I had with Tim Bradley, and you see this video, Tim, it was just like every time Lomachenko may land one little pot shot, Tim Bradley would triple enhance it like, ooh, he was on that Jim Lampley stuff, you know. And It's unfortunate. I mean, if I see Tim and he, speak to me about it, I'll tell Tim the problem that I had with his broadcast. He was just very too pro Lomachenko. Like I said, I heard every excuse in the book why people don't like Devin Haney. Devin Haney is a law-abiding citizen. You don't hear about Devin Haney getting into car accidents and flipping cars, and you don't hear about Devin Haney being drunk. You don't hear about Devin Haney being tied to incidents involving weapons or, nothing. He's a professional boxer. So why all the hate for Devin Haney other than the fact that he's a uh, practicing Muslim? And I think that's playing a pivotal role in how people perceive him, because I don't understand where this hatred come from. And like I said before, I don't want to hear no excuses about, like I said, because what he said about Lomachenko. Oh, I'll never lose to a white boy. But then, like I said, none of you guys, none of you fake people came and basically called out Robert Garcia or Abel Sanchez for their comments that they made about black fighters. Y'all like be co-signing that stuff, and that's why I'm gonna continue to clown you guys and continue to call y'all out on y'all hypocrisy and y'all racism towards black fighters. But yeah, Oscar, he is delusional and he continues to prove it. Like I said before, um, I pull no punches. I pull no punches. I say what need to be said. Like I said, why can't I say what I want to say? You know, and there's been people in the media that then said all kind of questionable stuff. So don't call yourself wagging your finger at me. Steve Camden said all kind of crazy stuff. And that's just real talk. Had these Hispanics and these white boys and these non-blacks trying to police black channels, trying to tell us what type of content and telling us how to conduct our channel. Man, you guys can go to hell. And I really mean that from the bottom of my heart. And Oscar De La Hoya, he needed to just stop it, man. Once again, Oscar, you didn't beat Floyd Mayweather. Just that only other than the 10th and 11th. To give him the W over Devin Haney. They can't even say, just look at the 10, look at the 10 and look at the 11th. Well, you saying basically Lomachenko only won two out of 12 rounds. So you saying basically Devin won the other 10. So then that means that's a unanimous decision. Nobody has came on my channel and told me what rounds that they thought Lomachenko won, because if you really watch that fight, there's no clear rounds that you can give Lomachenko other than 10 and 11, which means once again Devin Haney won that damn fight. And it's been what 4 days now. Stop the cap. Stop the cap. I told you I'm good at this. I'm good at this. I'm really good. I'm still waiting. But anyway, I'll be back with more. It's your boy Tam. I'm out.